Hey everybody, I'm Becky Adams. Thank you for stopping by my YouTube channel today. Today I have a project to share with you using the Simple Vintage Country Harvest collection. This is a project that I did for the Simple Stories design team. And I wanted to make I wanted to use these chipboard frames. I've gotten the chipboard frames in with a few different collections, and I haven't used them very much. So I made a point to use these chipboard frames. So I printed my photos. I printed them all at 3x4, and then I adhered them or I taped them to the back of the frames. And I used two frames here that I kind of put together to make a row of three photos. So I just have the photos adhered to the frames with washi tape, and I am just taking some of that washi tape off and replacing it with double-sided tape, a stronger adhesive, to hold those in place and to help adhere them to the background paper. So the title for this page is Fabulous Fall, and I'm just kind of auditioning background papers to see which one I like the best. That orange I love and I will use on a different project, but it didn't make the title stand out quite enough. So this green, again, I really like it, but I kind of felt like it was still a little bit too busy for what I wanted. And ultimately, I landed on this gingham, kind of a teal gingham paper. So, as I mentioned, the tile's Fabulous Fall, and I used these are foam stickers from the Country Harvest collection, is what I used to create the title. So, because I kind of layered those chipboard frames together, I needed some foam adhesive to pop up the frame that was kind of layered on top. And so I just took a big roll of foam adhesive. I'm removing the backing right now. And I just got that from a big roll of that from scrapbook.com. I will leave a link to that in the description box below. I use it all the time. It's a really good adhesive. So I am just adhere those frames in place, and then I'm just removing that clear release paper backing off of the title. So I layered the title on the chipboard frames just a little bit because I wanted the title to be connected to the frames. Oh, I had a hard time finding my words there. I wanted to make a diagonal design across this page, so I took some of the solid papers, the teal solid from the Country Harvest collection, and I tore those a couple little pieces, and I put one in the top left of the page, which is a little bit out of frame. I'll move that in just a second. And then on the bottom, along kind of more towards the right. So I had my journaling printed just on white copy paper. One thing that I did on this layout that I've kind of been doing lately is I printed it in color. So it's really hard to see here on the video, but the words are actually in a teal color that matches the background. So it's kind of fun. It's nothing that makes a huge impact on the page, but it was just a fun little detail that I added to this project, and I've added to a few of my other projects as well. So that last little bit or that last journaling strip is actually the date. And I'm not sure whether I want that on there with my journaling or if I want to add that somewhere else. So I just kind of set that aside for a minute until I decide. And I'm sorry, you guys, this is out of frame, but I'm tucking those tags that just came in one of the die cut packs. I just tied the top with some crochet thread, and I'm just tucking those in right above the photo. So I found these really pretty leaves that I love on one of the die cut packs. I believe I can't remember if it's the journaling bits. Anyway, but it's got a really thick white border around it, and I didn't want that much of a white border. So I just trimmed around it with with a pair of scissors and got rid of a little bit of that white border. I didn't trim everything off, but just a little bit, just to have less of that white around the leaves. So I'm adhering those with some pop dots. There's this fun label die cut that I believe came in the page pieces. And I'm just adding that there to this embellishment cluster at the bottom. I kind of play around with the washi that comes with the Simple Vintage Country Harvest collection. And I'm kind of undecided on how. I know I want to use that, but I haven't decided exactly how. So I added that die cut and a pumpkin there to the bottom. And then when I layered those frames, it cut off part of the sentiment that was on that frame. So I just covered it with a sticker that says it's pumpkin spice time. Anyway, I thought that was a fun addition since this page is about when I took my nieces and nephew to the pumpkin patch. So I just added that die cut that says pumpkin, and then I'm going to stick that journaling strip right there on the bottom. And I'm just finishing that embellishment cluster there along the top. I'm sorry, it's out of frame. You'll be able to see the details of that in the detail shots. But I just added a couple of heart stickers. Those both came from the foam stickers. So the same place that the title came from. I couldn't think there for a second. And then up here on that top cluster, I just added a sticker from the sticker book, and then I finally found a spot to add that little bit of washi. And I wanted to bring just something else to the top of that embellishment cluster. So I'm trying just a couple of different things to see what I like. Oh, and actually I thought I left that washi there, but I didn't on that one side. I think I took it off, and I'm trying this chipboard sticker. I don't think I leave that there. I think I decided that was not exactly what I wanted, but that it would be cute on the top of that frame by those tags. So I just add a little bit of foam adhesive so that is adhered there above the frames. And then I finally find a spot for the washi. I think it adds just the perfect pop of just the orange and teal pumpkins. Again, I love those cute little pumpkins on that washi. And then I'm just going to tuck that washi up on the top as well. And just finish up that embellishment cluster, just adhere everything, make sure everything's adhered in place. I'm still trying to find a couple of bits to finish things off. I'm playing with the adhesive brads, and with that, this one is finished. So we'll move into the detail shots and you can get a better look at that top cluster. I tried to mimic what I had going on at the bottom. So thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you spending part of your day with me, and I will see you again soon. Have a good day, everybody.